Okay, guys, welcome back. So I'm back with another version of my keto lifestyle. Um, this is the second video in the series, follows up from the first one. Um, yes, so let's just wrap it up again and just recap what to eat and what not to eat. So what not to eat on the ketogenic lifestyle or not to take in is sugars. Avoid all sugars, okay? Avoid all starches, avoid all carbs, unnecessary carbs. The basic is eat what God gave us to eat in its natural form, all right? So bread is out. Don't eat bread. No pasta, no cereal, porridges, no cookies, biscuits, sweets, no soft drinks, no fruit juices. Those are all loaded with refined carbs and sugars, and it'll just kick you out of ketosis, and you won't find or won't get the full benefit of the ketogenic diet. Okay. No nibbling in between meals, all right? So I know that there are dietitians out there and they say, eat 5 or 6 meals, small meals a day. That didn't work for me. I've seen people lose weight on that, but just to pick it up again, you'll find out after 6 months they're just as fat as they were before they started the diet. So with a keto lifestyle, you're basically guaranteed to keep your weight down and keep your health benefits up. So if you avoid all those things and only eat what you're supposed to eat and what you must eat, then you probably would not pick up any weight again or lose any of your health benefits. So what do you eat? Now, keto is not a high protein diet. Lots of people think it's a high protein diet and they get confused with Banting and the Atkins diet and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not saying that doesn't work. That didn't work for me. That didn't work for a lot of people that I know. Too much protein is not good for you. When you eat protein, you should probably not eat a piece of protein that's bigger than your hand. Okay, my hand is quite big, but between 100 and 150 grams a piece of steak or chicken or a lamb chop or whatever. But because if you eat too much protein, your liver can only process so much protein at one time. And if you eat too much protein, that will convert into sugars, into glycogen, which again is just as good as you eat sugar. So in a meal, just keep your protein moderate. This is a high fat, low carb diet with moderate protein, all right, or a lifestyle rather, not a diet. So what do you eat? You eat eggs. Eggs, you can eat 3 to 4 to 5 eggs a day. You can eat meat, and as I said, just keep it small portions because it is loaded with protein. Nuts has got protein. I eat biltong and droëwors. When I've eaten a bit of biltong and droëwors, I'm basically done for the day. I can't actually, there's so much fat in it, it keeps me full for the day. You've got to eat your cruciferous vegetables like kale, cauliflower, broccoli, spinach, parsley. They've got all the B vitamins. They've also got a lot of vitamin C. I'll put up charts later on so you can see how much vitamins it's actually got, which you think you can get in fruit, but some of these has actually got more vitamin C than fruits have got. For the start, if you want to lose weight, avoid all fruit because fruit, I'm not saying fruit is unhealthy, it's not. But fruits are loaded with sugar, and again, it's going to kick you out of ketosis if you eat fruit. An avo has got 10 times or 9 times the amount of potassium, which is a very important ingredient in your diet. The amount of potassium that a banana has got, for instance. People eat bananas because they say they've got to get in potassium. Your body needs a lot of potassium a day. All these cruciferous vegetables has also got potassium in. And avocados has also got a nice fat content which will keep you going to the next meal so that you don't get hungry. The idea of eating fat is not to get hungry, and it keeps you going. So how do you start off? Start off with 3 meals a day. That's the easiest for you. I'm on 1 meal a day. I started off with 2 meals a day, and eventually I went to 1 meal a day. At the moment, I'm still on 1 meal a day. There are days that I do get a bit hungry during the day, and then I will maybe have just a little bit of biltong, a handful, or I'll make myself 1 or 2 boiled eggs, or maybe I'll eat an avo, and that will keep me through. So start off with 3 meals a day. Don't nibble in between. That is, every time you're going to nibble, your insulin is going to spike and it's come down, it's going to spike, it's going to come down, and it's going to kick you out of ketosis. The idea is to try and keep your insulin levels as stable as possible and not to spike it and have this idea thing going on with your insulin. Insulin is a hormone, and every time you eat, you spike insulin. Of course, it's got to keep the sugar levels down. Insulin is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. Eating too much and eating too many meals a day will make you insulin resistant and will probably make you diabetic or a pre-diabetic. How would you know if you're pre-diabetic? If you got or diabetic, or if you got insulin, or if you're insulin resistant. If you look down and you've got a belly, chances are very good that you are insulin resistant and you've got high levels of insulin, which you want to avoid at all costs. So start off with 3 meals a day, with about 4 or 5 hours in between. No, don't nibble in between. Only eat these healthy foods that I've given you. I will still in the following videos give you charts and some stuff, exactly what you can eat per meal. And later on, try and start with your intermittent fasting and push your breakfast out as late as you can and go to 2 meals a day. The health benefits you'll get from 2 meals a day is just enormous, and eventually you can push it out to 1 meal a day. So intermittent fasting is basically a pattern of eating and not eating. Okay, you can do longer fast than that. You can fast as long as you can. The other thing is, don't drink juices in between or anything. If you need to drink something, drink water. How much water do you drink? Only enough to quench your thirst. That's it. Okay, you don't need to get waterlogged and drink 8 glasses of water per day. I know Professor Tim Noakes wrote a book about, it's called Waterlogged and the dangers of having too much water, and there are other studies of that as well. So yes, water is good for you, but just drink enough so that your thirst is quenched. I drink very little water per day, maybe 1 or 2 cups. Again, I'm not saying that it's exactly the exact science, but it keeps my thirst quenched. When I'm thirsty, I'll take a sip or 2 of water, and that's it. So what do I eat? I make myself, and I'll put a chart here. I make myself, or I'll put a photo here of what my meal looks like. I make myself a mug of vegetables consisting of broccoli and cauliflower and kale and spinach and parsley. I put a little bit of double thick yogurt in that, and then I'll put a little bit of water and I mix it, and then you can see what this looks like. I'll just show you. Okay, so there you can see what my juice looks like before the time and afterwards, and that I'll drink. I'll probably drink half of that. It's always a good thing to have the juice before a meal. I'll probably drink that an hour or 2 before my meal. If I fast for 20 hours, I'll have that. Let's say I ate last night 6 or 7 o'clock. I'll have this juice about 5 o'clock, and then I'll eat my meal later on, which I'll also show you what that looks like. I'll eat that 2 hours later. Yeah, so have your juice. Your juice will not kick you out of ketosis. That juice with all those vegetables in, it's got all the vitamins that you need. It's so important to get that in, especially if you're on fasting and intermittent fasting. You need to get all those. That is natural supplements as God has given it to us, and you need those vitamins that's in there. There's also vitamin K1, K2, which is extremely important for transporting plaque out of your arteries into the right areas of your body so that you don't get clogging of your arteries. That's the other health benefits. It's got major heart health benefits. Then eggs. Yeah, you can have your meal afterwards. Can have eggs. Eggs has got all the nutrients, and you've got to eat the white and the yellow of the egg, not just one or the other, because the one has got the protein and the other one's got the nutrients, and it's also got the nice fat content. So yes, I'll have my juice, and then 2 hours later I'll have my meal, and my meal will consist of some bacon or some boerewors, or a patty natural without refined sugars and salts and all that kind of stuff which you don't want to get in. And yes, definitely some eggs, avo, some salad. It's important to get in some salad. And that will keep me going. That'll keep me so full. I won't be hungry tomorrow morning. I won't be hungry tomorrow afternoon. I'll only get hungry 24 hours later maybe. And sometimes, some days I've pushed it to 48 hours. I haven't done that often. It does take a bit of discipline. I love eating. I do. And when I eat a big meal. You can eat a big meal, but you've got to make sure you get your nutrients in when you eat that big meal. I'll just show you here what my meal looks like, and that's for one meal a day. And you can see if you'd also like that, and yeah, make yourself a meal like that. Okay, guys, so there you can see what my meal looks like. Um, that can be, the eggs can be replaced, the boerewors can be replaced, everything. You can have fish. Fish is very important. You get your omegas as well. It's very important to get your omegas in. So get some fish, especially fatty fish. Down here in South Africa and the Cape, we're richly blessed with getting some nice fish. And salmon, they say salmon is very good for you. I haven't eaten salmon often, but some yellowtail, there's quite a few fish that you can eat, but it's important to get your fish in. So replace, one day you eat fish, the other day you eat steak, the other day you eat a lamb chop, the other day you just eat eggs and bacon. Always important with the vegetables. Avocado for the potassium is very important. So yes, guys, that's my video for today. I'll follow it up with the next one with some more in-depth detail on how to go about on your ketogenic lifestyle. I hope you stay disciplined in this, and I hope you will really experience that your metabolism will get faster. And the other benefit is, let me just add this: when you start this, and when you get into ketosis, and especially if you start doing intermittent fasting, you'll start losing water weight. A lot of people will tell you, "Yeah, it's only water weight." That's a start. You've got to lose the water before your body can start burning your own fat for fuel. So yes, you will, especially if you take apple cider vinegar as well. That will make you, if you take it in the evening, the apple cider vinegar, it'll make you get up at night, unfortunately, but especially in the beginning, yes, you'll lose a lot of water. You'll go to the toilet quite a bit, but that motivates you, because you'll see the difference on the scale immediately. Your body holds back a lot of water when you eat carbs and refined carbs. Stay away from fast foods and make yourself some healthy meal at home. Thank you. See you in the next video. Please subscribe to our channel and you'll get all the updates. And like this video, comment below. I'll answer those questions. If I don't have the answer, I'll go do some research and I'll give you the answers. Thank you very much. Good day.